Hi everyone.
Hello. How are you?
How are you? I hope you're doing okay. It's Mrs. Wagner, and I have another Pete the Cat book that my son Nicholas requested. And it's Pete the Cat's Train Trip. And Pete the Cat's Train Trip, you can find some vehicles if you went under things, and if you went under more things, and under vehicles. And there they talk about all the different vehicles, and there's train. Trains are right there. But Nicholas loves trains. He loves diesel engines. He loves any kind of train. So we have trains all over my house. So he requested that we read all about going on a trip on a train. Something I've been meaning to show you, and I'm going to show you now, is under chat, if you go under comments, you can say cool.
Cool.
Just like Pete the Cat. So if you want to be just like Pete and say
cool,
that's under comments. All right, today we're going to read this book. And remember, if you want to request to read, you can by telling someone,
I
want to read. And where is it? Oh my goodness, Mrs. Wagner can't find it today.
Reading.
I want reading, and then we can say all these comments about reading.
Let's read a book.
Let's read a book. All right, Pete the Cat is going to visit his grandma. He gets to ride on a train. So he's gonna go, remember our action words, our green words. He's gonna go on a train. Pete's mom buys 3 tickets. She gives one to Pete and another to his brother Bob. So they're going on a trip. Or we could say, go. Go train. Go train. Pete looks up at the big board. Our train is leaving at 10 o'clock, he says. A train speeds by. That's a cargo train, Bob tells Pete. So you can see the board, all the different times. Remember, if you want to tell someone what time, you could go to your keyboard and find your numbers. Pete is going at 10. 1, 0. He's going at 10. Pete's train has arrived. All aboard, calls the conductor. Pete's mom finds 3 seats. I can't wait to see Grandma, says Bob. I can't wait to explore the train, says Pete. The conductor comes to collect the tickets. Pete hands over his. I love trains, says Pete. I'll show you around, says the conductor. So you can say, I like. And you could say, trains. I like trains. So Pete loves trains. Pete follows the conductor from car to car as the floor rumbles under his feet.
Go.
So Pete is going. And he's going for a walk. He's walking on the train. Wow, says Pete when they get to the caboose. We're going over a bridge. So if you find your where words, you're describing words, those blue words, you're going
over
a bridge. Pete sees his mom and Bob. They are at the snack bar. I got this for you, says Bob.
I want.
So he wants to eat the snack. Pete follows the conductor. He goes to the front of the train. Come in, says the engineer. So they are going in. So if you go to those describing words, in, they are going in.
In.
Wow, says Pete. The engineer shows him the engine. The engineer shows Pete the train's brakes. There is a tunnel up ahead. So the engineer is showing him what's in front of them. And he said, there's a tunnel up ahead. Up ahead is another way of saying in front of us. As they go through the tunnel, Pete gets to honk the horn. Toot, toot. Everything is light again. Thanks for showing me around, Pete says. So Pete gets to honk that horn. How cool is that? On his way back to his seat, Pete stops and makes new friends. They live in different towns. They are getting off at different stops. So he's meeting different people. So he might be saying things like,
hello.
Hello. Or he might be saying, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Pete plays games. A little kid wears his hat. Pete sings a song. What a groovy ride. So what's Pete doing? He is singing. He is singing. And you can find that under Find Word, because I can't find it today. Sing. And he is singing. We get off at the next stop, says Pete's mom. Toot toot. Pete looks out the window and sees what do you think he sees? So Pete is watching. He's watching. And he sees Grandma. Pete is the first one off the train. Pete's grandma gives him a big hug. It feels good. So Pete might say, I like that. I like that. I like that hug, Grandma. Pete loves riding the train, but he loves his grandma even more. The end. So I hope you liked this book all about trains and Pete the Cat's train trip. And that is it for this week. So I have to go.
I gotta go.
And I will see you next week. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.